Tyrann spent the whole episode without a shirt on, which is not too bad. We saw YDB and he's just like his father, and we finally got the return of Boogie. Let's get into the review. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another review of Growing Up Hip Hop, season 6. I think this is episode 24. First of all, I just want to send special shout outs to everybody that have reached out to me at this point in time. My cousin Martell passed away last night to a heart attack. This is like my second death in my family over the last 2 weeks. We recently just buried my auntie Bunchy 2 weeks ago, and now we are preparing to bury Martell in a couple of days. So this has been a lot for me. It's taken a lot out of me to even get up here and even do this right now. But yeah, it's a lot. I want to send special shout outs to my boys Night Out crew. They have really been there for me since the situation happened. Since it happened last night, they have been there for me. Shout out to Alex Salter TV who reached out to me, as well as Make It Make Sense Now, Miss Misha. Shout out to you, Erica De Niro, Nisi Dixon, a host of other people, Forrest Rocks, Ashley. It's so many of you guys that have reached out to me. Really B, I think Sakina. Um, so many people. It's just a lot of my fellow YouTubers. They have all looked out for me throughout the situation. And shout out to my entire Team Scotty family. I'm gonna try to get through this review the best way that I can. I know that I'm going through a lot right now, but I don't want you guys to have to suffer because of my own stuff that I got going on in my life. So shout out to everybody, including TTB. He also reached out to me as well. So shout out to him too, and everybody over there. Oh, Troy from Chasing Atlanta. It's so many people, y'all. So I'll be going all day because I forget people, then remember them, forget people, then remember them, and all of that other stuff. So is another thing that I want you guys to know before I start. Color Me Pink, Keisha Irvin. She will be a part of the prelude. It's going to be a pre-recorded prelude. She'll be joining me and Jamal on the prelude. We will be talking to her about her movie that's out right now called Paper Heart, and amongst other things. So yes, the Color Me Pink collaboration is finally about to happen. Another collaboration that you guys should be looking out for is the collaboration with myself and Playboy Marty, who is a popular TikToker. He's a trucker and he's gay, just like me, and he's a rapper. And not only all of that, he's from the same hometown as me, so we know each other pretty well. So we are getting together to do a collaboration here on YouTube, so be on the lookout for that as well. So that's enough for what we got going on right now. So we're about to get into the review. So we open this thing up with YDB, Boogie, Twist, Tyrann, Sean, Eric, and JoJo. They all come together. I think they were all riding those little four-wheeler things, just having a good time. So everybody's asking where Boogie been. Boogie ain't been around. We ain't seen Boogie since the season started. We all want to know where Boogie's at. And they was like, you didn't even come to Twist party. And Boogie was like, well, I wasn't even invited to Twist party. So I was just like, okay, so there must be a little bit of tea going on with that, because Twist didn't really say anything, but Boogie pretty much put that out on blast that he really wasn't invited to the party. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, oh my god. So that was pretty much it. But I did notice that Boogie has gained some weight, and he looked good with the weight that's on him. You know what I mean? So whenever we say somebody gains some weight, people try to take it as a negative thing, but it's not necessarily anything negative. We just noticed that he has gained a little bit of weight. Hell, I've gained some weight. Hell, so I'm not the same skinny boy that you guys knew when I first started. I have gained a little bit of weight. So it is what it is. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So somebody asked, what do YDB be on? Basically, he not with the popular thing. Everybody might go skate, but he might say that he ain't going skate. You know what I'm saying? Everybody might want to go play baseball, but he'll sit off in the cut by himself. You know, that's the type of person he is. He marches to the beat of his own drum. So JoJo asked Sean, how does he feel about getting married? I don't know. Every time I see Sean talking about this wedding and talking about getting married, it just seems like he's very uninterested in having a conversation. But that's just me. I feel like he's very uninterested in the conversation. I don't know if he's uninterested in the thought of getting married or if he's just uninterested in talking about the wedding. Because a lot of men don't really care about the wedding aspect of it all. Like they just want to get married, do their thing, and keep it moving. They don't really care about none of that. They just want to just be like, okay, look, we finna get this thing together. We get married. That's it. You know, we ain't finna do no extra stuff. That's how it comes across to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But he do be coming across like he's very disinterested in getting married. And they started talking about how they grew up, and Lil Twist was talking about how his dad was faced with a life sentence when he was 13 years old. So his dad was alive, but he just went around. And when his dad went away, he got the opportunity to meet with Wayne and sign with Young Money and stuff like that. But my thing about this is I remember Lil Twist being on 106 and Park and all that other stuff. Like during like 2011 and 2012, he was on 106 and Park. His videos was always on 106 and Park. Never knew none of his songs or nothing like that, but he was always on 106 and Park. So I'm just like, whatever happened to Lil Twist? But to be honest, on Young Money Entertainment, like they didn't really do nothing with nobody but Nicki Minaj and Drake. They didn't do anything with Jay Mills, and Jay Mills is probably one of the best rappers on the team. I said it. Um, they did a little bit with Tyga. Whatever happened to that girl that was singing by the name of Chanel? Whatever happened to her? Nicki never did no song with her. Drake never did no song. Like, whatever happened to her? Then you had Lil Twist. Like, whatever happened? So, I don't know. Young Money is just a mess. Like, they didn't, like I said, they didn't do nothing with anybody but Nicki and Drake. It was the Nicki and Drake show. They didn't care about nobody else. And then they just threw kibbles and bits to Tyga. That's how I look at it. So Sequoia and Tiny, they was talking about her song, and she was discussing the verses on the song and how good the song is going to be when she perfects it. And I'm just like, girl, the song wasn't good. If it was the song that we heard last week, it was not good. But okay, girl. Then Devin comes in. And then Sequoia, Tevin, and Devin discussed the Savannah situation. Now, apparently, Tiny and Stevie J are like family. So we got another situation where we got a bunch of people that's on the show with Stevie J, and they're like family. Wasn't this the same thing with KK and Scrap De Leon and all them people? They were like family. So what type of family are they? Because if they're like family, then why is it that Sequoia and Savannah don't know each other like that if they're like family? Is this for the show or not? And if y'all like family, how long have y'all known each other? Because the way Sequoia and Savannah was going at it, it's like they never knew each other at all. Because in my world, when we like family, we don't do that. Like we don't get into no physical altercations. We don't be trying to fight each other. We don't be trying to scrap with each other. We don't do none of that. So if we're like family, that's not what we own. That's not what we do if we like family. You know what I'm saying? So that's another story. So Tiny was like, I got a relationship with Stevie. He's like family. Not only do I have a close knit relationship with Stevie, but I got a relationship with Savannah. Like we have a close knit relationship. And Sequoia was like, and I don't like that. Like she put her hands on me, and I just feel like you need to let that go right there. Like you need to let that situation go. But she put her hands on me, and I just don't like the fact that you still consider her family. That's how I feel about that. It's like you need to let certain stuff go, but Tiny doesn't want to let it go. She was like, did she reach out to you? Sequoia was like, did Savannah reach out to you? And Tiny was like, no, she didn't reach out to me, but I also didn't reach out to her either. But Sequoia really wasn't having it. She was like, well, she wasn't reaching out to you anyway, so why do you feel the need to be reaching out to her? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We're gonna see how this situation is now. That's all I can really say about it. But all I know is that Sequoia really ain't here for it. She don't care about it. She don't want to hear nothing else about the situation. She's over Savannah. And to be honest, I'm over Savannah too. And I ain't never liked Savannah, period. Like, never liked her. Since she been on this show, I've never really cared for her. Like, she talks real saucy to people. She got a bad attitude. She don't know how to talk to people. And she tries to go for bad all the time. And I just not, I'm not with that. I don't like girls that want to go for bad all the time. Like, I don't like girls, like, it's like, I like girls that speak their minds, but I don't like girls like Savannah. Savannah just ratchet, disrespectful, and just ain't got no type of couth about herself at all. Like, period. Like, she do too much, and she wants to be this hot girl, summer Megan Thee Stallion type of girl, but she could never be that. So I don't know, y'all. I'm not messing with Savannah. I don't like Savannah, y'all, but I think y'all know that I don't like Savannah at all. So YBD, I'm sorry. Well, it is YDB. I'm sorry, I got it in my notes the wrong way. Eric and JoJo, they meet up at a baby store, apparently. So they talking about their siblings, and YDB got 7 kids, just like his daddy got 7 kids. Reverend Run got 6 children. You know what I mean? So they was just talking about their siblings and stuff like that. And I know that Eric got a lot going on with his siblings with this whole documentary and stuff that's going on. And then Remarkable, which is his other sister who looks just like Eazy-E, and his other sister who don't look nothing like Eazy-E. They've been going back and forth on social media, and the other girl want to act like Remarkable don't exist when anybody can look at Remarkable and tell that that's Eazy-E's daughter. If anything, she looks more like Eazy-E than any of Eazy-E's kids. Okay, like, that's number one. Number two, Eric was basically saying that his dad had. I didn't know. First of all, I did not know that Eazy-E had that many kids. Eric says that Eazy-E had 11 children. He said he never wanted to be what his father was, and not so much like his dad was a deadbeat, but he created like 11 broken homes, so to speak. Like, he had so many kids, and a lot of them wasn't attended to. You know what I mean? So he always wanted to, raise his kids and do things in a different way. So that don't mean that he was just, looking down on his father or talking about his daddy in a bad manner. It's just like he didn't want to do that. Like, he didn't want to have 11 kids by 11 different women, or 11 kids by 10 different women, or however it went with Eazy-E. He didn't want to have those many kids and have those many broken hearts, because sometimes people don't realize that. Like, my dad got 6 kids, and only 4 got to have the love and affection from him for all of their lives. The other 2 did not get to have that. And it's a touchy topic for certain people, but it's not for me, because it's the past. But that's my truth, and that's where it stands. Like, my other 4 siblings were with him. They all lived in Jersey where he was, so they got all of his time. Me and my other sister that live here in Mississippi, we did not get to have that time with him. You know what I mean? So it caused bitterness and jealousy and envy and all this other stuff between me and them. Now, things are better now, but growing up, it wasn't always like that, because I had my dislike, my feelings about the situation. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But that's it. I brought that all up to say that's the reason why I feel where Eric is coming from. Honestly, that's why I feel. Okay. So Tyrann and Pep. I'm sick of Pep. I don't even know why Pep is even on the show. Like I said, I don't know why Pep, Egypt, or Sam is even on the show. They don't film with nobody but each other, because don't nobody else want to film with them. However, if it gives Tyrann more screen time, I'm fine for it. So Pep was saying that she's going on tour again. Salt and Pepper going on tour without Spin. Something I don't want to see. But they going out on tour. They got New Kids on the Block on the tour. They got In Vogue on the tour. Another group that ain't got the right people. We don't want to see Rona. We want to see what's her name? We want to see Cindy. No, we want to see Dawn and Maxine. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see we don't want to see that. So, but whatever. So they going on a tour, and Tyrann is happy about it. And Pepper was like, "But do you want to come out with us?" and all this other stuff. And then Tyrann was like, "Of course, what it's gonna do is bring me back to when I was a child." You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. So then they start talking about the wedding. And Tyrann brought up the wedding to Pep. And Pep really nonchalant about it. Like, she's acting like she did her part in the situation. Like, she acts as if, things are okay with her and TT. She acts as if, things will be better with her and TT, and whatever. But She acts like, I'm the aunt. And I know that TT wants me to be at the wedding. No, Pep, I don't think TT wants you to be at her wedding. I don't think TT even wants you to be around her, to be honest. I think that TT doesn't want anything to do with you nor Egypt because of the way y'all treated her over Sam. I don't care what nobody says. That situation with Egypt and TT, Egypt started that because what did she do? She listened to everything that Sam had to say. And Egypt did not just fall out with TT, she fell out with Brianna too. Somebody else that always had her back and looked out for her. Brianna, she fell out with her too. And Sam was the reason why they fell out. And she's sitting up here talking about she'll sit and wait on Sam for over a decade while he in jail and she'll hold him down and be loyal and all that stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But there's something wrong with it when it's Sam. That's how I feel about it. It's something wrong with it when it's dealing with Sam. Like that's how I feel. But child, whatever. But yeah, I don't like Pep. This show, and to be honest, when it come down to Salt and Pepper, like Spin was my favorite, but Pep was my second favorite. Salt was always my least favorite out of the bunch, especially when they did that show on VH1. I don't think y'all remember it, but they had a show called The Salt and Pepper Show on VH1 back in 2008 because I was in college when that show was out. I was a freshman in college back then, and they had that show. I was on VH1, and they the theme song went, "It ain't none but a she thing, recognize. It ain't none but a she thing, recognize. We disagreed about everything from money to men. No, get it twisted. We still friends. We still friends. Yeah." I used to love Pepper on that show. And then, Pepper had another show after that called Let's Talk About Pep, which I enjoy because, again, I love Pep. But looking at her now on Growing Up Hip Hop, like, I can't rock with Pep. Her or her, I can't rock with Pep. Let's just say that. I can't rock with Pep. Okay, so now we get into Sequoia, Eric, and Devin. Eric arrives as Sequoia and Eric are listening to music and beats. And then they start talking about Eric's sister Erica and how she's involved in this documentary on his father. To me, it seems as though Eric really don't want to have nothing to do with the documentary. There's people that have come forward and said that the death of Eazy-E was a whole conspiracy thing and he didn't really die of, AIDS. They want to say that he didn't really die from that. And Eric is really questioning everybody because it's like, if y'all knew that, why y'all just now coming out over 30 years later? Why y'all coming out now after all these years? You know what I'm saying? Like my dad been dead since 94 or 95. He been dead since 94 or 95. And y'all just now want to bring up the fact that he really didn't die from this and this was something else. There's no conspiracy. This is what happened and we have to live with it. And Eric just want his father to rest. He want his father to continue to be at peace. None of this is going to bring his dad back, so he don't understand why they even talking about it. So then Sequoia was like, well, Lazy is about to pull up on me. Lazy is a mentor of mine in this music thing. And Eric was like, oh really, Lazy's like a big brother to me. Of course he is, because Eazy-E found the group Bone Thugs and Harmony, of course. So then Lazy arrives, he plays the music, and Lazy likes the song I'm a LA baby, and he was basically saying we finally get a West Coast anthem from a female. I'm a LA baby, you sound sexy on the song. I don't know, but is it just me or is Lazy really, really digging Sequoia more than a mentor? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. That's how I feel. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But Sequoia gets some advice from Lazy, which she very much so appreciates. And it's really nice when the OGs come on the show and give the younger people some of that good homegrown advice that they probably need. You know what I'm saying? Because, we don't really have many OGs that's really positive these days. The OGs of today, they steer these young people in the wrong direction. I see it all the time in my hometown. Like these days, the OGs are my age. If we're being real, the OGs now are my age. Like we're pretty much OGs these days. Like 30, I'm 32, gonna be 33 in about 2 weeks. Like, the OGs are really my age now. So it's like, boom. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I see it as. So it's just like, okay, girl, so and that's what I don't like about the OGs these days. It's like the OGs that have gone through the stuff that they went through in the past, like they, probably, been to jail, had a lot of violence going on. They really send the youngsters into the same bracket that they was in, that they're no longer in. They're already out of that particular bracket, but they go right back to it when they send the young people to it. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think that that's ridiculous. I don't think that's right, but it's not my place because I'm not into the street life, you know. So it is what it is. So Stevie J, Stevie Jr., Sequoia, and Tiny, they meet up. Sequoia really don't want to meet up with Stevie J. She don't really want to talk to Stevie J about anything because she's really not interested in talking about what that girl named Savannah. She don't care to talk about her, but that's what Stevie J and Tiny want. Now Stevie said as a resolution he wanted to do some music with Sequoia. But Sequoia really ain't trying to do no music with Stevie J. Like, she's not, anything that Stevie J throws at her, she's not with it. Period. She ain't with it at all. Sequoia's not here for it, and she speaks her piece on the situation. All she knows is that the girl put her hands on her. Like, whenever you throw your hands up and try to fight somebody, it's really another situation. Like, it's definitely another situation when you put your hands on somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that's just really what it is, like real talk. Like, when you put your hands on somebody, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Tiny and Stevie are on the same page, but Sequoia is not on the same page with them at all. Like, she ain't really here for it. She said, you need to talk to her because if I talk to her, it's going to be a bad situation. That's what she said now. She said, now, if I talk to her, it's going to be a bad situation. Y'all heard her. She said, if she talked to her, it's going to be a bad situation. But they don't, it's like they're not hearing her. Like, I get what they're trying to do. Like, they're trying to continue on with this family dynamic, but it's beyond a family dynamic now that she put hands on her. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I get where Sequoia coming from. So, Tyrann and TT, they talk about what she got going. TT walking around here getting jobs or trying to get jobs or whatever. And then they started talking about Pepper and how she was talking about the wedding. And the first thing that TT tells Tyrann is to not get himself put in the middle of the situation. She wants him to stay out of it. And I get what she's saying, because Tyrann, you ain't doing yourself no favors. Just stay out of it. Like, you in good standing with TT. TT is over this situation. Even after that conversation with her, Pep, Marine, and Egypt, and Egypt played the victim, she's over it. Like, she don't want to talk about it anymore. She's done with it. And I can't say that I blame her for that. Like, she don't want to talk about it no more. She's done with it. She don't want to hear about this no more. She's closing the chapter to that book. She don't care. She don't care. And that's just what it is. She don't care. So it's just that on that. So she over it. Now Stevie goes to try to talk to Savannah about it, and Savannah is very obnoxious and stupid and childish. She ain't hearing nothing that Stevie J saying. She think that this is cute. She don't think she did anything wrong. She don't think that she was out of line at all. She was out of line, and she don't think she was. And I just don't know what else to say, to be honest, because that girl's something else with herself, for real. She really is something else with herself, for real, for real. Like, you really don't think you did nothing wrong here? You really believe that? But okay, girl. You think you did nothing wrong. Okay. You think you okay. That's all I can really say about that. Cause she really think that she didn't do nothing wrong here, like at all. Like, she don't see nothing wrong with her actions. Period. She sees nothing wrong with it. But it is what it is. If she don't see nothing wrong with it, then okay. Whatever, that's really all I gotta say about it. This episode really wasn't given that much, but I appreciated certain aspects of the episode. Like, I appreciate Lazy Bone giving Sequoia the advice. I appreciate, like, the guys having more positive conversations about their upbringing and being fathers and being married. But this whole thing with TT and this wedding, I could really care less about it. And I'm just being real. And y'all know I like TT. I always defend TT all the time, but nah, I don't really care. But yeah. It is what it is. So, with that being said, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I'm a little subdued right now, and y'all already know why, because I explained it already. But I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video. click the notification bell so you can be notified when a video drops. Follow me on social media. My Twitter and my IG will be down below. If you want me to follow you back on IG, all you gotta do is hit me up in the DMs on IG, and I would definitely follow you back. If you just send me a message with the hashtag Mrs. Team Scotty, I would definitely follow you back because that lets me know that you are a part of the Team Scotty family, a part of the Team Scotty community. Okay. With that being said, you guys, your boy's out of here. Until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.